hello there. This is the training video for new classroom support technicians for the College of Arts and Humanities.
In the following video, we'll show you all the responsibilities of ARHU employees for classroom support.
There are two bases of operations for ARHU classroom support. One is located on the first floor of Francis Scott Key, and the other is in the basement of Tall's Hall. From these offices, classroom technicians will deliver loose equipment and respond to emergency requests via phone or walk-in.
This is the main office on the first floor of Francis Scott Key. It is responsible for the majority of ARHU classroom technical support needs.
This office holds most of the equipment for classroom support. It is also the place to go to if you have any questions and/or requests.
This whiteboard is where you can find scheduled appointments for the day. This amazing piece of equipment will give you the information you need to know about the when, where, and the what you will be delivering.
As you can see, there are several different colors used to write out the appointments. Each color represents a different action.
Classroom support technicians are responsible for answering the phone when it rings. Be sure to drop everything the moment you hear it ring.
When you answer the phone, be sure to announce that the caller has reached ARHU classroom support. Tell them your name and ask them how you might be of assistance.
Hi, you've reached ARHU classroom support. My name is Rod Stewart, and how can I be of assistance to you this evening? Welcome to the opposite corner of the office. This is where all of the loose equipment is stored.
The bottom shelf is used to store the projectors, and above it is where we keep the laptops. Each one of these bags should be treated like a newborn baby. Don't drop them.
Each bag contains a specific component for that piece of equipment. As an employee, you should memorize what each bag should hold. This is a projector bag. As you may have guessed, it contains a projector, but it should also hold several other components. Each bag should hold a projector, a power strip, the power cable for the projector, a two-way VGA cable, and a security cable.
Now, be sure to greet and thank the projector before and after using it. This unit's name is Gladys. Thank you, Gladys.
Thanks.
Being polite to your coworkers will contribute to a more cohesive working environment. You will want to familiarize yourself with the several buttons located near the back of the projector, since they will allow you to turn it on and adjust the picture.
Take note that the projector has two legs located in the front. They can be adjusted to compensate for shortcomings in the projector.
You will also want to notice the control panel located on the side of the projector, which will allow you to connect to a laptop or a power outlet.
You'll want to start by plugging in the power cable. If the classroom is too big for the cord to reach an outlet, use the power strip to extend the cable. If it still won't reach, the main office has multiple extension cords you can use. Once the projector is plugged in, be sure to turn it on, since it will take a few seconds to power up.
Next, you will want to plug in the VGA cable to hook up to a laptop. Make sure that the two-way VGA cable gets plugged into the port marked Input 1 and adjust the screws to tighten it. Also, make sure the projector is set to Input 1. Otherwise, the projector will not display the image and the user will probably think it is broken.
Finally, you will want to secure the projector to avoid theft. I know it might seem ridiculous that a person might run off with this projector, but it has happened before, so make sure to secure it. The security cable should be wrapped around a leg of the table it sits upon, and then plugged into the socket on the side of the projector.
Make sure to shuffle the code when you are done securing it, to avoid people just walking in and unhooking it. ARHU uses two codes for all of its security cables. They are
0112 and 2035 and 3025.
This is a Dell or PC laptop bag. Some professors will ask for a specific type of laptop. For everyone else, give them a PC. The PC bag should contain a laptop computer, a power supply, and a security cable. Also, some optional additions to this laptop bag will be the speakers and the mouse. Sometimes you will receive a request that asks for speakers or a mouse. These are not present in all of the bags and will need to be procured in the office.
You should ask Monica Milstead about any specifics on deliveries before you leave the office.
Installing these components is much easier than installing a laptop. For mice, just plug in the mouse to one of the open USB ports.
Now, speakers are a little more complex. In order to install speakers, you will need to plug the audio cable into the audio port. Then, you need to plug the speakers into a power source and turn it on.
Setting up a Mac is similar to using a PC. It also includes a power cable and a security cable. However, Macs do not hook up to VGA the same way a PC does with a normal port, and they need a dongle. Dongles plug into the side where a VGA would usually be found, and they allow the Mac to be connected to a VGA cable.
Now that you know what goes into each of the bags, you're ready to make your first loose equipment delivery.
Don't forget to bring a walkie-talkie. The channels used by ARHU is 1A, and each radio is marked by a color of the rainbow.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow.
ARHU classroom support employees are asked to respond to multiple classrooms in several different buildings.
Like this one, Taliaferro. Or Francis Scott Key.
Or this one, Marymount Hall.
Or even this one, Susquehanna.
Okay, so scroll down to here, delete this entire line, and if you switch that around, we should be good. Yeah, that works.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. We're currently in a technology room in the basement of TAWS. There are 4 on this level, and there's 1 on the first floor.
No two classrooms are alike, so you're going to need to get to know them on a personal level.
But if it helps you remember, you can group them together like math or races.
Most of the rooms you will service are GPC, which are general purpose classrooms. These rooms have no special needs.
Welcome to the X panel. The X panel is an interface used to control the equipment located in all technology classrooms supported by our office. You'll want to familiarize yourself with it, since most technical problems that occur are directly tied to the X panel. First, you'll notice that there are 2 modes to use, one called simplified and the other called manual. Manual is an automated mode that should be used by all professors. Simplified is the mode you should use as an ARHU classroom support technician. After selecting Simplified, you will notice 3 distinct areas for access. On the right are the controls for the projector, screen, and the security camera. On the left are all the available equipment sources. In the middle is where your current selection is displayed. The screen button allows you to lower and raise the projector screens. Some classrooms have more than 1 screen, and you will want to be sure you lower the correct one. The projector button allows you to turn the classroom's projector on and off. Like the loose equipment projectors, these projectors take a while to turn on. Projector status indicates what source the projector is currently displaying. Selecting a source on the left will prompt a text box asking about audio. Selecting a new video source will not automatically change the audio source. When you select a new video source, you will be asked to keep the previous source's audio. You will almost always want to select No. The bottom right also allows you to control volume from the source and mute it. This volume is not the same as a computer speaker volume. The button marked Camera should be ignored. From the top to bottom, the sources include the first, which is the room PC, the second, which is the desktop VGA, the third is the auxiliary inputs, which is not used often, the fourth is the VCR, the fifth is the DVD, the sixth and seventh are buttons marked cable and CD, which are no longer used. And the last is the dock camera, which is a small camera used like an overhead projector. In the top left, there is a button marked blank/unblank. This button blocks the video from the projector. This button is usually responsible for support requests, since not all staff know this button exists and will think the projector is failing to display video. Finally, when shutting down at the end of the day, you'll want to select the shutdown button on the top of the X panel. This button will give you two options, and you will want to select End of Day. This will turn off all of the hardware connected to the X panel. Note that shutting down the PC does not change the video or audio source. This is a keypad found on the wall in the 4 technology rooms in the basement of Talls Hall and in the office in Francis Scott Key. This keypad is used to secure the rooms at the end of the day. In order to use the keypad, the door to the room will need to be closed. Then you punch in a 4-digit code that was given to you when you were hired. After you punch in your code, the keypad will start beeping. You will want to exit the classroom during that time. After you exit, the keypad will stop beeping. This means that re-entering the room will sound an alarm. If for any reason you need to re-enter the room, the alarm can be turned off by punching in your 4-digit number on the keypad.
Drop it. Kick it. Check this out.